What's going on, everybody? You are checked in with the freshest crew. Welcome to another episode of the All Points Podcast. I go by the name of Kyle, and that's it. It's just me today, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Everyone couldn't make it, and I just happened to be in the vicinity when it was time to record. So I decided to take a page out of Jonathan's book. I don't recommend it, but hey, I did it today and recorded my own episode. Will we call this the B sides, or should we just call it something else? I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, it's just me today, guys. It's me, your least favorite person from the group, doing a solo show today. So if you never liked me or don't like or just don't like me in general, then I guess you can click off this episode. But if you do like me, then you're in tune. You're in luck, and I appreciate you. But if you really like me, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and check out our YouTube and subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment on a video. I don't care. You can say anything, but interact with us in the comment section. I guess you can follow us on Facebook if people still use that, and check out our Instagram. We try to, well, at least I try to post stuff on the Instagram. And TikTok's still a thing if you haven't deleted it off your phone already. So check out our TikTok. I have a goal to upload more to TikTok this month. So check out that. But yes, how am I doing? How am I doing? I'm doing okay. My son just had a birthday, 6 years old, and he's been sick all week. So there's that. I've been taking care of that all week, and then I'm uh, I'm going to work every day, and I'm burnt. I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out. I'll give you that. I'm burnt out. I don't like uh, where I'm at in my job right now. But I'm not doing nothing. I shouldn't complain. I shouldn't complain. There's people out there who do much more than I do and get paid much less than I do. So I shouldn't complain. I'm in a good position. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for what I have, and I'm thankful for where I'm at. So I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, it's been a I wouldn't say a rough week, but it hasn't been a eventful week for me. My son's been sick, and it's that week. It's that week of payday, and so I've been broke all week. So I haven't really been doing much. I've been laying low and staying indoors all week. But as recording, I did get paid today, and it's one of those checks that I don't know how you do your finances, but the way I do my finances is usually the first paycheck of the month goes all to rent or mortgage. I don't have a rent; I have mortgage, and car payments. So I'm basically broke still. I have enough money to be broke, but you know what? I'm gonna make it do what it do, and I'm going to enjoy it too. So no complaints over here. But this is weird. I usually talk to myself in general, but recording it is different. So you got to bear with me. I might go 30 minutes, I might go longer, but I appreciate you checking in with us. Jonathan couldn't make it for reasons. Tim couldn't make it for reasons. Alex is out of the country. He went to go visit his boo. Shout out to Alex and his girl. The running gag is Kyle's the biggest hater of Alex, but I really am a big supporter of Alex, and he doesn't admit it. He doesn't realize it or understand, but I really am a big supporter of Alex, and I respect everything that he's doing right now. Him making it work with his girl at long distance, and making her, getting her in the states and making her official and making her an honest woman. I respect that. So shout out to Alex for doing what he got to do, or A2. You guys ever notice on this show that we call ourselves by our actual government names? We don't call our names by our nicknames, except for A2. A2 likes to introduce himself as A2, and Gene likes to introduce himself as Midwest. But on the show, we never call them that. We call them by their government names. It's kind of weird, but it's just weird calling them by their nicknames. That's just me. But I also hate it when people call me Three Fingers because it's like, unless I'm rapping, I don't like it when people call me Three Fingers. But I'm pretty sure I'm Three Fingers in a lot of people's phones. And if that's the case, it is what it is. Whatever you remember me by, because no one's gonna remember Kyle. But I was born Kyle, and then I became Three Fingers at the age of 16. But anyway, that's nor here nor there. That's a whole nother episode. Eugene's gone today. Today's it's his kid's birthday today, and he's spending time with her, which is a honorable thing to do. I don't expect him to come do the show on his kid's birthday. And people think I'm a hater of Midwest, but I'm really not. I'm really not biggest supporter of Midwest. He was the first friend out of my personal friend group, my small circle of friends, to have a kid, and so he kind of set the standard for me personally of what a father should do and be in their child's life, and he does a good job. He does a good job at that. So shout out to Midwest. I remember when he was first having the kid, like him and his the mother of his child at the time when they were together. 'Cause we were young, we didn't care. But I was trying to get them to sign up to do like an MT. I was trying to get them an MTV show, basically. I was trying to get them like a teen mom or something, just something to get us out there. Because we if you don't know, we're rappers, and I was gonna use that MTV show to promote our rap career. I had it all planned out. I was like, yeah, you guys would be the, focus of the show, but like, I'll be that friend that you come over and hang out with every day. And like, we can be in the studio, making music and just like, subtle promotion. So yeah, I was definitely trying to take advantage of their situation to get us, on the map. Because if you go back and if you watch those teen shows, you look at all those people who got spin-off shows or still doing it to this day. Like they've been on Teen Mom since the beginning, but they're not even teens no more. They've been on the show long enough to where their kids can be technically teen moms, and it's like, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure there is a child from a teen mom that's on the Teen Mom show now, because statistics show, and don't fact check me on this, but I heard a statistic that if your mom was a teen mom, you're most likely going to become a teen mom. I don't agree with that fact. It may be BS because today's generation is not having sex anymore. We already discussed that on the podcast. Today's generation is not having sex, but that was the statistics back then. Was if your mom was a teen mom, you're most likely going to become a teen mom. But hey, like I said, shout out to Midwest. Take hanging out with his daughter on her birthday. So let's transition into the pop culture news. You know, got the Super Bowl this weekend. The Kansas City Chiefs, or can we say Super Bowl, or do we got to say the big game? Who am I talking to? No one. But we might. I don't want to get sued by the NFL by calling it the Super Bowl. But the big game is this Sunday. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs are gonna win because that's the NFL script. It's telling them that they're gonna win. They're gonna be the first team to be back to back to back winners of the Super Bowl. It's the first team to ever do it, and for them to not get that title this year would be ludicrous. So yeah, I fully expect the Chiefs. I don't even know if the Chiefs is an overall better team than the Eagles. I'm just going to assume because the Chiefs were, the best team. They went close. They only lost a couple games this season. Patrick Mahomes is Mahomes magic. That's a real thing. So I honestly think even if it wasn't like a three-peat on the line, history making game, I still think the Chiefs are going to win because they beat them last time they met. So there's that. But Kendrick Lamar is going to perform at the Super Bowl. Everyone's excited for that. Well, all the Kendrick Drake fans aren't excited for that. I'm pretty sure, but it's one of those. It's one of those Super Bowls, which has been in a couple years now, where I have a feeling a certain demographic of people are going to tune out the Super Bowl and watch something else during the halftime show. But I'm looking forward to the halftime show because I'm curious. I really am curious if he's going to perform "Not Like Us," you know, or is he just going to play the instrumental, or maybe he might just tease it just a little bit and move on to the next song because he won 5 Grammys. Let's get that out the way. He won 5 Grammys for "Not Like Us." That was a diss track where he openly called a fellow rapper, a popular rapper, a PDF file, and yeah, that's it. Won an award. It won 5 awards for that matter. So for him to go on the arguably the biggest stage and perform that song where everyone's calling him a PDF file is very interesting. And I'm curious if he's going to actually perform it, if he's actually going to do it. So that's that. I'll be looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the commercials. Honestly, I don't care for the commercials. I only care for like the movie trailers because that's usually where you get like the first movie trailers for certain movies, and they already released the Fantastic Four trailer. I think it looks amazing. It looks pretty cool. I'm excited for that. I'm legit excited for it because it's Marvel's take, but also like I just like the way they look. I like the way they look, and I think this is going to be a fun. I think it's going to be a fun movie. I'm not excited for Captain America. I could care less about that movie. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it to support it, but I'm not seeing it on day one. I'm not gonna rush to the theater. We got this little movie theater in this mall that has $5 movie day. I'll go on $5 movie day. I don't care. I'll see it for $5. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna wait till it's on Disney Plus. No, I'm not gonna wait that long. I'll wait till $5 movie day. But Fantastic Four, I might take the time to see it on day one. I might see it in IMAX. That looks like a big enough movie to see in IMAX. But Captain America, I don't care. I think they could have. Well, no, I think they had to. I think they had to show Red Hulk to sell this movie because no one was going to come into this movie based off of just Sam Wilson's Captain America. So they had to show Red Hulk because if you look in the trailers, there's another superhero in the movie, uh, Falcon, the new Falcon. And I'm not up to date on my comic book lore. I forget the character's name, but Captain America has an assistant or a sidekick or whatever you want to call him. And Red Hulk's not even a villain. He's not the main villain in the movie. I honestly think they're selling this movie based off of Red Hulk, but it's going to be a Bryan Cranston Jurassic World situation to where like he's only or was that Jurassic? That was Godzilla. That was Godzilla. They sold the movie on a certain character, and like they either are in a small little segment of the movie, but like the main story is going to be the leader in a Captain America. And we don't even know what the leader looks like. We don't even know. Oh, I personally don't know who's he getting played by, but like they put the Red Hulk in this movie to sell this movie, and I still think it's not going to do well in the box office. So hopefully, Thunderbolts looks interesting. It's giving me Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, to where it's like you don't really know these characters, but you know these characters. So I think that movie's going to be fun. But Fantastic Four, First Steps, that's going to be a fun movie. I can tell it's going to be fun. So and a lot of shows to watch on TV right now. If you're in the market of because Jonathan likes to talk about his shows, I like to talk about my shows too. And Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man on Disney Plus. It's a pretty good show. I'm actually enjoy watching it. It's fun. And Invincible season three's back. I'm probably gonna go home and watch all 3 episodes. They premiered 3 episodes. I'm gonna go home and watch that today. I gotta figure out what I want to eat for dinner. It's probably gonna be some chicken or some steak or something. But yes, I it's not just a bit on this show. I really do eat chicken and steak all the time. But so yeah, I'm probably gonna do that after this. What else is going on? Elon secretly runs the country. Let's get into politics. Elon secretly runs the country. Trump is, doing Trump things. And I don't talk about it, but I didn't vote. I didn't vote this election, so I had no reason to complain. But and you might be, well, why don't you vote? I just honestly don't believe that it makes a difference when you live in a red state. When you live in a red state, and you vote blue or vote whatever, unless you're voting red, it's not gonna matter. So there's nothing you can do. It's like an uphill battle when it comes to voting. Every vote counts. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, but everyone's complaining about the price of eggs. Like everyone just ate eggs all of a sudden. But oh, Kanye West is in the news again. Well, he's not in the news, but he's saying controversial things again. We got crazy Kanye back. He must have a new album coming out. But we got crazy Kanye back. His wife was on the red carpet, basically butt naked. Showing off them things. Showing off them things, and they dipped out. And then the next day, Kanye boasts about how his wife was the most searched, most Googled thing in the world. So that's cool, I guess. But now he's on Twitter or whatever social media talking about how he loves whites and he's talking about how he is a supporter of the Nazis and how he loves Hitler, which I disagree. I disagree with all that stuff. I don't think it's right. I think even if he's trolling, even if he's trolling, that you don't joke about stuff like that. So it's hard and it gets hard and hard to defend Kanye West. You can't be like, oh, he made graduation anymore with some of the stuff he's been saying lately, because that stuff really hurts people. And you might have a certain agenda, certain vendetta against a certain group of people, but for you to have this big of a platform and spew that rhetoric, is that the correct term? I don't know, but to spew that information or say those things, I don't agree with. And then he said something along the lines of free Puffy, and now he's selling Sean John. He's selling Sean John on his website. And he says he's splitting the profits with Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whoever you want to call him, the diddler. And then he's also selling White Lives Matter t-shirts on his website. They're all for $20. Everything on his website is $20, by the way. So if you are a supporter of Kanye West and you want, some clothes or some Yeezy socks or whatever, it's only $20. I'm not knocking him for that. $20, that's a honorable, nice price. But like I can't back the message. So Kanye's in the news again doing crazy stuff. Like I said, I think he has an album coming out. The Bully album's gonna drop soon. I'm gonna talk about music again. My son, he's a big fan of Tyler the Creator. If you haven't, if you follow me on social media, my personal Instagram, you know, three fingers 316. If you want to follow me, go check it out. I don't post much, but when I do, it's meaningful to me. But he's a big Tyler the Creator fan, and he, like I said, he just had a birthday, and he wanted to go to the Tyler the Creator. I asked him what he wanted for his birthday. He was like, I want to go to the Tyler the Creator concert, and I didn't want to take him for multiple reasons. The main reason being because he's Tyler the Creator is going to be in Kansas City on, I want to say, the 8th. So tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow. And I didn't want to go for multiple reasons, but the main reason being is my girlfriend's daughter's birthday on Sunday, and I wanted to be in town for that, and for me to be out of town or whatever for the concert and then come back. I didn't want to do that, and because usually when I go to Kansas City, I don't want to make it a day trip. I like to be there and explore. So I didn't want to do that, and just the price was just too much. I'm a Tyler fan, but I'm not a $400 cheap seats tickets fan. Maybe 170, 150. For one ticket, I'll pay $150 to see Tyler the Creator. But I didn't want to pay that much to see Tyler the Creator, and then my son's only 6 years old, and I didn't feel comfortable taking a 6 year old to a concert like that. Uh, I didn't want people looking at me like I'm crazy, like I'm a bad parent by taking my son to a concert. Tyler the Creator of all people, even though he's not Goblin Bastard Tyler the Creator anymore. He's a he's a more mature Tyler the Creator, but I just didn't want to take him to his first concert at this age. His first concert should be like when he's 15, 16, in the teenagers years. So I didn't want to take him to that. So we didn't go. And I felt some type of way about it, but I was like, oh well. But luckily, the first show he did was on, I want to say, the 4th, and we got to watch clips of it on TikTok. And then the very next day, someone recorded the whole concert and posted it on YouTube. So we got to watch the whole concert for free in the comfort of our own home in my own surround sound system. So it felt like we was there at home. So that was pretty cool. And I thank the person that uploaded that on YouTube. I thank that person, for doing that, because we got to experience the Tyler the Creator concert without actually being there. So yeah. And if you are a Tyler the Creator fan, and you decided to, and you are the fairest skin of white, just don't print off a chromacopia mask. Don't print off a Tyler's face mask. That's borderline blackface. And Tyler kind of called you guys out on his social media. Don't, if you are the fairest skin, if you are white, don't bring your Tyler the Creator mask to the concerts, because you gonna get made fun of. You're gonna get talked about, because it's blackface at that point. I'm sorry, but you just can't participate in that. If you do it at the comfort of your own home. Don't post it on social media. Just be a fan in silence at that point. But yeah, that's and to top off the music topics, I like to write down. I like to write down topics on my phone. I usually share it with the group. I saw this post on social media. I thought it was pretty funny, and it was the top 5 rappers' names that don't work in 2025. So it's the top 5 rappers' names that don't work in 2025. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you'll probably get it by the time I say the first name. But number one, this is no particular like worst to best, least don't work to working. This is just a random list. But the first name was Juicy J. Can you imagine yourself? You a new up and coming rapper, and your name is Juicy J. They gonna call you. They gonna call you sus at that point. Juicy. No grown man is calling. No grown straight cis man is calling himself Juicy J. So Juicy J is one of them. Fetty Wap. Thought that was. It didn't ring with me at first when I first heard it. I was like, what's wrong with Fetty Wap? But then we have a song called WAP. So basically you're calling yourself Fetty Wap, wet ass pussy. Yeah, you didn't think we were gonna get a curse word on this episode because it was me, did you? But for this bit, I'm gonna say the word. But yeah, Fetty Wap. That's a name that doesn't work in 2025 unless you about that WAP. This one I thought was funny. Curtis Blow. Can you imagine yourself? Well, first of all, Curtis. That's a corny name to begin with. 50 Cent. Shout out to 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. But being called Curtis Blow, who are you blowing? Like Curtis Blow. That's an OG name. Respect to Curtis Blow, one of the first rappers, pioneer rappers. But it don't work in 2025. Heavy D. Heavy D, another legend, hip hop legend. I'm about to get cooked for this list. But it's not my list. I didn't make this list. But Heavy D. Actually, if I was there, I'll call myself Heavy D. Especially if you're an R&B singer and you got that Heavy D. You know what I'm saying? That it can work in 2025. Shout out to. Never mind. Mr. Cheeks. Mr. Cheeks. Can you imagine yourself being Mr. Cheeks? I had to look up Mr. Cheeks. I forgot there was a rapper called Mr. Cheeks, to be honest with you. But that's a funny name, Mr. Cheeks. I could rock with it. I can make Mr. Cheeks work. Mr. Cheeks work. But that was the list of top 5 rappers. Let me know in the comments below when this episode release. Let me know of other rapper names that don't work. Just names in general, artists' names that in general that don't work in 2025. Lil Dicky, Lil Dicky is a small dick joke. But can you imagine being a rapper called Dick? Your name was just Dick. That'd be funny, actually. My rap name is Dick. And it's like, and his name wasn't even Richard at that point. That would be kind of funny. So I got another topic. Got another topic. It's like, oh, there goes Kyle talking about food and dicks all the time. Whatever. I got a bit and I'm going with it. At least I have a personality on this show. Anyway, quick question for the ethers out here. It doesn't work when it's just one person. But quick question for everyone listening. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. Would you rather cheat on your significant other or bring back slavery? Just gonna leave it to that. I already asked the homies what they would do. Actually, I haven't. No, I haven't asked the homies what they would do, but I'm curious what the homies would do. Would you rather cheat on your significant other or would you bring back slavery? Simple as that. It's an easy question. I think I posted this question, actually. I posted it on social media, on our Facebook, All Points Podcast Facebook. Cheat on your significant, in our Instagram, at All Points Podcast. Cheat on your significant other or bring back slavery? You want to know my answer? My answer. I'm sorry, but I had to bring back slavery. No, I'm just kidding. I'm cheating on my girl. I mean, but technically, slavery in today's world can be any race. It doesn't have to be black people. And there's someone in the comments, slavery still exists. Well, okay, I'm just saying, I'm talking like whip on the back, picking cotton slavery. I'm talking about old 200 years ago slavery. Would you rather bring that back? But it's for every race, not just black people. Or would you cheat on your girlfriend? One act hurts one person. The other act hurts a whole group of people. I'm going to cheat on my girlfriend. I'm sorry. I'm going to cheat on my girlfriend. Because I'm not bringing back slavery. That's just me personally. Let me know what you would do in the comments below. But I'm cheating on my significant other. I'm sorry, Kiera. I got to do it. It's for a bigger cause. It's bigger. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. All right. So what else do I got? Trying to see. Oh, I wrote this down. Dragon Ball Z fights are messed up when you really put it into perspective, especially if you have kids. Let me elaborate on that. Dragon Ball Z fights are messed up if you put it in perspective, especially if you have kids. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, we all know, the major fights. But the one fight I'm putting in particular is Gohan versus Cell. We all know how that fight went. Gohan was not a fighter, never wanted to be a fighter. He wanted to be a scholar. He was afraid to fight. Mr. Piccolo kidnapped him, or he didn't kidnap him. He took him off to go train when his father died, and he was like a 5-year-old at that time. But when he fought Cell, he was like, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong. My Dragon Ball Z knowledge is kind of rusty, but he was still a child. He was like 11, maybe even younger than that, fighting a grown man. Put it in perspective. I got a 6-year-old boy. Can you imagine my 6-year-old? Because not even Gohan. I'm thinking Goten and Trunks. When they fused, Goten and Trunks, when they was fighting Majin Buu, can you imagine your 6-year-old child fighting a grown man? Equivalent of boxing match. I'm over here, it's a boxing match. I'm fighting Mike Tyson in his prime, because he's perfect Cell. I'm fighting Mike Tyson. I'm just like, you know what? I had my fun. I'm going to let my 6-year-old son handle him. Can you imagine that? You see how messed up that is if you put that into perspective? Ain't no way. No, Goku deserves all the hate that he gets as being a terrible father. He put the and can you imagine the fate of the world resting on your 6-year-old son's shoulder fighting Mike Tyson? I don't care if you think you can do it, he can do it or not. I'm not putting my own flesh and blood, my son, out there. He ain't Jesus. You know, he ain't sacrificed himself for the greater good. He's just a 6-year-old boy who likes listening to music and playing Grand Theft Auto. Gohan was just a scholar. He just wanted to read books. But Goku knew. He knew. But Goten and Trunks, let's be honest. Goten and Trunks, I can see it. I can see it with Gohan. You know, Gohan. You could see the unlocked potential when he at the very beginning when he headbutted Raditz at the very first saga. You know, you kind of saw that he had hidden potential inside of him. He went toe to toe with Frieza in the Namek saga. You know, Gohan had that potential, but for Goku to rest the fate of the world on Goten and Trunks, he got no. Goku barely knew Goten from Adam and Eve. Like, he barely knew him from Eve. Like, he don't know Goten. He didn't putting the fate of the world on them two boys right there. I don't care if they're 8-year-olds turning Super Saiyan. That don't mean nothing. Super Saiyan, like what Vegeta said, it was just a child's plaything at that point. Super Saiyan didn't mean nothing at that point. Are you saying Super Saiyan Goten is stronger than Super Saiyan Gohan when he fought Cell? I don't want to believe that. That's a whole different breed of Saiyan right there. So, I don't got multiple kids. I'm just assuming the more kids you have, the weaker they're gonna be. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. You know, comments, leave a comment. But if I'm wrong, the more kids you have, the weaker they're gonna be. That's why I only got one. Cause my son, he a bull. He's strong. But if I had another one, they probably gonna be weak. So I'm just assuming Goten is a lot weaker than Gohan. And he didn't really have to fight. Goten didn't really have to fight. When Goku died in Saiyan Saga against Raditz, Piccolo was like, I'm gonna train you because I see the potential in you. I'm gonna train you. I'm gonna throw you out in the wilderness. You gonna survive a couple of days. But Goten, I don't even think Goten was born with a tail. Let's be real. That's how weak he is. I don't think he was born with a tail. So you honestly think you're gonna put the fate of the world, Majin Buu, he already done wiped out everybody in the world on Earth. He killed, he's turning people to chocolate. And you're gonna put a fate of the world in a 6-year-old's hand? Oh yeah, it's crazy. Put it into perspective, it's crazy. I'm gonna take a sip of this water real quick. Little AMSR or whatever you call it. And yes, I put my whole mouth on the lid of my bottled soda. I make sure nothing drips on my shirt, when I'm drinking. I got pretty big voluptuous lips, you know what I'm saying? They gotta go somewhere when it comes to drinking on a bottle of water, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to put in little baby lips on my bottle. No. I'm putting my whole mouth on the thing. You know what I'm saying? No homo. Pause. But I'm just saying. DBZ fights are messed up when you put it in perspective. All right. I'm trying to. We 30 minutes in. Let me know how I'm doing. In the comments. I've been calling back to the comments because it's weird. Me just being here just talking. But once you start going, you kind of get a hang of it. You kind of get the hang of it. I'm gonna leave you this with this one last topic. Excuse me, man. That was a water burp. Anyway. For the ones who can suck their own meat, I'm just being real. If you can suck your own meat, I'm curious. Does it feel like you're giving or does it feel like you're receiving? If you can do that, if you know somebody that can do that, ask them that. I'm curious. Does it feel like you're giving a blowjob or receiving a blowjob? I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, that's a weird, I got a gut. I got a belly. I obviously ain't, giving my own self dome. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I could, would it feel like I'm giving or receiving? I guess the only real equivalent of that is if you if you lick yourself, like just lick your hand or lick your like if you're listening to this right now, lick your hand, lick your arm. Lick your arm. I'm giving you time to do it. Lick your arm. Does it feel like you're licking or does it feel like you're being licked? That's all I want to know. I'm gonna do it right now. You see, I just lick my hand, I didn't have to put all my tongue on it, but it felt like to me personally, it felt like I was licking instead of being licked. But I'm curious what you think. If you lick yourself, does it feel like you're licking or does it feel like you're getting licked? But now that it's like resonating on my hand, the saliva has kind of dried up a bit. It feels like I've been licked. It feels like I done been licked. So I'm curious if that translates to sucking yourself, autofellatio, whatever it's called. And don't title this episode that, that's weird. We're gonna get demonetized if we title it that. But I'm pretty sure during the act, it feels like you're sucking. It feels like you're giving. But once the act is done, it probably feels like you received a BJ. I know it got crazy at the end. What was you expecting? It's just me by myself here, okay? I don't really know what to talk about. If I had the whole crew with me, I probably would have still talking about these topics. But like it just sounds weird one man just talking about all this. But I'm gonna end it with that. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Y'all got homework listening to this episode. Study up. Come back with the comments. Leave me some messages in the comments. Answer all the questions I told you to do. Or if you're just listening to this at home, if you listen to this on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music, send us a message at allpointsquestions@gmail.com. Allpointsquestions@gmail.com. Send us some questions. Let me know what you think. Let me know. And if you just want us to answer some questions, let us know. But I'm going to close out this episode. I think I did a good job for my first solo show. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'm plugging back to the comments, but let me know if y'all like this. Let me know if I should start my own show. From the minds of Kyle or something like that. Something crazy. Just let me know. Let me know. Mind of Kyle or something. But shout out to W Energy. Use the promo code AllPoints at w.gg, save 10%. They got a new flavor out. It's like Japanese tea or Japanese soda. It was something crazy. I get these emails from W, and I don't really read them, but I look at the pictures, and I'm just like, oh, that seems cool. So go try the new flavor out. It's Japanese something. I should easily pull up my phone and just find it. But shout out to W. Like I said, promo code AllPoints, and you can save 10%. Japanese soda flavored. Go try it. Let us know what you think of it. I heard it's a good drink. I might even, you know what? I might check this out. I might buy this. I might buy this for the homies. I might buy this for the homies when we go to Kansas City. We was planning on going to Kansas City next week, but the weather is stupid here. Obviously the groundhog, saw his shadow, so we got 6 more weeks of winter. So it's like super cold. It was literally on Sunday here in Kansas. It was 70 degrees. Like niggas was walking around with shorts. Well, Jonathan does it year round, but I was walking around with no coat on and with just free balling. You know what I'm saying? With no coat, 70 degrees. Perfect weather. And now it's like 30 degrees. We about to get snow on Monday. So we're not going to Kansas City this month. We're going to try to go in February. We might even go around spring break time. So if you want to party or kick it with us in Kansas City, we're about to go visit our old friend Josh. He's about to be on the show. That's going to be a special episode. We might even live stream it. I don't know. But if you're in the Kansas City area or around the Kansas City area, or if you're in Texas or North Carolina, South Carolina, and want to make the drive down to Kansas City, come hang out with your boys. You know what I'm saying? That's your invitation right there. If you're in Atlanta and want to make the drive down to Kansas City, come hang out with your boys in March. We'll release the dates soon. And shout out to my friend. I want to start plugging my friend's gym. I want to plug Dennis, Dino Fit Dennis. This is just a random off the cuff plug. But I'm about to start working with him on some projects in the future, not podcast related, but gym related. So I'm gonna give a plug to my friend Dennis, Dino Fit Dennis. If you're in the Wichita area and looking for a nice, cool, chill place to work out at, and you don't want to go to Planet Fitness, you don't want to go to the other expensive gyms, go check out Dino Fit. Dino Fit, they get you right. They have little boot camps where you can try them out for free. And just try them out. I'm gonna get more information from the gym, but if you just Google Dino Fit, Wichita, Kansas, the information will come up. If you're traveling to Wichita and want to work out privately, Dino Fit Dennis will get you right. So shout out to Dino Fit Dennis. Go check him out if you're trying to work out. I might get up in there, start clanging and banging. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else can I plug? Just honestly, I appreciate y'all rocking with us. I appreciate y'all, being on the checking out our episodes, keeping us alive, and we do this for y'all, like for real. We don't make much money from this, if none at all, but we do this for y'all, and we appreciate y'all. Let us know if you're interested in joining All Points Podcast Discord. We have one, but it's for like personal use. We record episodes on our Discord, but I'm thinking about opening up the Discord to our listeners because they don't like using the term fans. But I'm thinking about opening up the Discord to you guys. If y'all want to be in part of our Discords, maybe we can have like listener episodes where y'all tune in. We record on Discord. Let us know if you're interested in that. I'm gonna drop that down right there. Just check us out on Discord. Patreon. I'm trying to get more exclusive stuff on Patreon. Check out our Patreon. This has been like 10 minutes of plugs, but hey, it's just me here. So what do you expect? Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/All Points Podcast. We got 3 exclusive episodes on there you can't listen or hear anywhere else. Go check it out. And with that, this has been the All Points Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for chilling with me. If you made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back. I love you. I appreciate you. You're beautiful. And this has been your boy Kyle, a.k.a. Three Fingers. And we are out of here.